Welcome back to video tutorials. So for your Year 12 transition and for your first tech study of the year, Mrs. Tyzak and I got our heads together and we thought one of the ways that you can really unpack and understand our first text burial rites is using sticky notes to look at the themes and ideas that are at play in the text. So the learning intention for us, and this is hopefully going to be an ongoing thing, is to teach you a few strategies that you can use so you can get at least a 25 in English, because a lot of you will be aiming for that and we want to kind of help you out there. We want you to have a clear knowledge of the text, to turn your novel into a resource that's easy to find evidence in, and we want you to have a clear knowledge of how Hannah Kent, the author, constructs and presents themes in her novel Burial Rites. To be successful, you'll neatly use sticky notes on your novel and annotate when you need to, and you'll be able to identify moments that construct and present key themes and ideas. Now, basically, this strategy we want you to use is that as you read the novel, you have a set of colour-coded sticky notes handy that you can use to label your text, and that means once you've read through it for your first time, you'll be able to quickly and easily return to key moments that you've identified, which means that during class and during revision, you'll be able to easily locate and unpack the construction and presentation of key themes. We've suggested 8 themes that you can use your sticky notes to take notes on, but important thing, you only need to focus on 5. You can do all 8 if you want, won't stop you, but 5 is what's required. So the first theme we're looking at is ideas of truth and storytelling. And what we kind of mean by that is that the truth is just someone's version or someone's story. There's this idea that the truth is like the story, and then all other stories are lesser in some way. So these dot points here kind of unpack what we mean by that. So how the text presents different people's versions of the truth, how people from different perspectives can view events differently and all that kind of stuff. It also looks at the importance of stories as a whole within these texts, and that's something we want you to think about. Women's roles and gender expectations is another key theme or idea. So, for example, what role does the setting play in kind of establishing roles for women and the gender expectations? How poverty makes women vulnerable and can make them do things that they normally wouldn't do, and the others. Authority and control is another key theme within the novel. So, how religion controls and has authority over people, language being a weapon of control, reputation and gossip. Love being another theme. Now, unrequited love, it's a trope from classical literature, and basically it's the love that's unreturned or unfulfilled. Ideas of redemption. So does the legal system allow people a chance of redemption or not? Religion, actions and word versus the words we use, how do they work as redemptive? We've got ideas of fate, so the acceptance of fate versus the refusal of it, the symbolism of fate and how the narrative structure presents and constructs it. Ideas of loss, ideas of rights, and a massive typo there. How good's that? So the title Burial Rites also has some key themes going through. And if you have a look at this image, that's an example of a text that's been annotated with the Western affluence there, and also sticky notes to identify key themes. And it looks a bit crazy, but it's pretty easy to follow. Now, to be important, these are suggestions. You don't need to add sticky notes or annotations for all of the themes. There are also, you might identify themes that we haven't come up with. We recommend you aim to add notes for 5 themes as a good starting point. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you learned something and hope it helps you in your goals of getting a study score of at least 25.